So poops, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the greatest Palestine supporter of them all? That's the question I imagine the leaders of this country asking every single day they look into the mirror. I can imagine every single past leader asking themselves this question as they think about how they're going to protest Donald Trump and make their next fire Instagram post. In the same way, I can imagine Anwar Ibrahim thinking exactly the same thing even as he thinks about how he's gonna be going out there to earn votes. Sorry, lantang bersuara about the Palestine cause to Donald Trump when he arrives in Malaysia to show that we are tegas, berprinsip, teguh memimpin. But actually, I hate to break it to you though, but Malaysia, to the Palestine cause, you are irrelevant. Yes, we do the whole Sumut flotilla. Yes, we donated 200 million ringgit.
Against the will of the Malaysian people, by the way.
Yes, our Prime Minister takes every opportunity to perform I am the greatest ally of Palestine, hug a Hamas leader, speak up on international forums, become even more Palestine than Palestine itself, do everything under the sun to become an international hero of the OIC, even as he starts his campaign to become International Prime Minister of Palestine, the universe and everything. But let's be real, when it comes to Palestine, Malaysia is basically irrelevant. Basically, we're too far away, we don't even contribute that much money.
Even then, we don't ask permission, and there's a ton of corruption.
And in the first place, financial, political, or social, there's not very much that Malaysia can actually do to move the needle, you know. People don't even consider our country a serious negotiating partner. I mean, if they did, then they would actually be inviting us to go over to the Egypt-Gaza Peace Summit, have that nice seat, be one of the leaders of the Islamic world, hanging out. Turkey, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, where all of the cool kids and leaders are. I mean, I totally get that Malaysia wants to think that it's a hero for Palestine. Even going all surprise Pikachu when it realizes that not every single person in the country supports the cause or even cares about the cause for that matter. While furiously hitting like whenever somebody of unexpected race or religion supports the Palestinian cause. But I mean, yes, we donated, and there are Malaysians out there doing salary deductions, sending out money here, there, and everywhere. And you might actually think that these people were worth taking seriously if they weren't giving away all their plans on podcasts and streams, talking about how they lantang bersuara, while accomplishing, by the way, absolutely nothing. But whoa, we don't talk about that. Oh yeah, let's not forget talking about how one day
apabila kita direzekikan untuk pergi ke bumi Gaza, kalian semua akan mendengar perkataan pertama yang akan diungkapkan oleh rakyat Gaza bila melihat kita sebagai tetamu. Apa kata mereka? Selamat datang ke tanah kamu sendiri. Selamat datang ke tempat kamu sendiri.
No ma'am, they're gonna kidnap you. It's not gonna be pretty. But anyway, compare and contrast to the actual big boys, the Saudi Arabias, Turkeys, Abraham Accord sapoops, that Malaysia is not a part of. South Africa, ICJ, Rome Statute, take Israel to court, genocide sapoops, which Malaysia is not a part of either, because excuse. But no, terpaling lantang bersuara. Surely we are the best in the region. First among equals in Southeast Asia. But no, that's not the case. I mean, let's be real, right? All you need to do is just think about the Singapore case. However much a lot of the losers in our community like to scream about how Singapore is baruat, pengkhianat, tali baru. They're actually building field hospitals in the middle of Gaza, even as we're struggling to fly people back, and even as our NGO CEOs are either busy scamming people on Instagram with so-called wakaf, or literally catching themselves in gigantic corruption cases. Oh, but surely we are better than everyone else. We are teguh memimpin. We punch above our weight. We help with Bosnia. We are a global citizen. But as it turns out, we also lose to Indonesia, that country that so many of us like to scream is konoha, sesat, liberal, for the sin of treating every religion as equal. How could they? And they are the ones invited to Egypt for the Gaza Peace Summit, while Anwar Ibrahim is just casually giving speech after speech. Actually, we are so teguh, we are so vocal. This is why we didn't get invited. This is why we didn't get invited. Of course, they really love us, but it's only because we didn't agree with all the parts of the plan. Don't you see that we all support this noble cause? So he goes. But I think most of us, even our Muslim community, understands that this man is delusional, denying reality, and doesn't want to admit it. Cause he's all about chasing that international hero designation. Maybe he wants a Nobel Peace Prize while we're at it, fight for it with Donald Trump, thinking to himself that the number of decibels that he can muster even as he screams about the height of barbarism is gonna make him an unforgettable hero for all the world to remember. Although, I don't even know if it's gonna wash away his feeding monkeys in the forest while letting his baby starve at home thing, but oh well. And then suddenly, when Egypt calls him, he becomes Bapak Telephone again. Oh my god, pick me up there, pick me! Ready to give his speech on the international stage. Wow. There he goes, our Prime Minister of Palestine, ready to save the world from devastation and unite all worlds within his nation. It's so touching, I'm almost having an aneurysm. While trying to process just how much he must be gaslighting himself.
Oh yeah, let's not pretend that these guys are any better at all.
As far as I know, Malaysia is not relevant to the Palestinian cause. Like, I'm sorry, I know that we want to believe that we are relevant, and I know it's very important to people that they are relevant, but we're just not. But you know, I feel that many Malaysians will just convince themselves that in fact they are part Palestinian, even though their passport clearly says Malaysian passport, throw out racist comments to their own countrymen who articulate their rightful position that they just don't care about any of this, while continuing to be a massive pick-me on the international stage. Because this is the issue that they drill into their heads day in and day out, and drill into the heads of their children as well. Generations after generations of Malaysians come and gone, ignoring the entirety of history, scolding people when history is actually shown to them, never meeting a single Palestinian until one day they finally bring them home and start discriminating against them the same way that all too many people in our country have discriminated against the Rohingyas, using the issue and the Palestinians over and over again because it is politically convenient to do so. Now, nobody's saying that the Palestine issue is not globally relevant. Nobody's saying that the conflict should not end, because it should. But yeah, I think that as long as it all ends, I think that we'll all be happy regardless of what political side we happen to support.
Unless you live only by protesting.
But I really think that we need to start to come to terms with a very simple and easy to understand fact. We are not as important as we think we are. We want to think that we are important, so that's why we have this hugely inflated version of ourselves. Grandiose heroes, able to conquer the world. Some of us can fly, transform, revolutionize the world. But I don't know, man. If you're one of those people, all I can say is you really need to go out there and touch grass. Like, get in touch with reality, because people will know when you cannot back up your talk with reality. And I think that you need to come to terms with that. That somehow or another, maybe you should aim for something that's real in this world. Unless for you, it was always about the aura from your little kampung. Wherever you go, whatever you do. In which case then, well, I hope that you're happy living in your delusion. I mean, they'll happily take your money and everything, but they're not gonna respect you anymore. But what do you think, Sapoops? Do you think that Malaysia is relevant to the Palestine issue? Do we even matter at all? With our grandiose plans, sumut flotillas, and lantang bersuaras? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And that's all to say about that, and bye.